Welcome to Market Like a Hotshot, episode 37. You like that?
I always wonder how you're going to open the show every time we do this, and it's so funny, and it's like it's always a surprise. So it is like Christmas instead of I know it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, but it's like Christmas every day. We have surprises.
We have surprises and all that. Yeah, Valentine's Day, very special day in the social household.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah,
you're not wearing any red.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Heather met each other on Valentine's Day.
That is really cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's been all these years. She's still with me. You know what? If she ever saw me with this blue sweatshirt on, she'd be pissed. Yeah.
Well, it's not technically Valentine's
That's
Day,
true.
so you're excused.
I'm excused. But yeah, so it's all for lovers. And Valentine's Day is all about attention.
Right.
Giving attention to the ones you love. Right? And marketing is all about attention.
Exactly.
Attention like a hot shot is all we're going to be talking about today. How about that?
Perfect. I think it fits the theme. I think it fits the time of year.
Yes.
I'm excited. This is a lot of fun.
Woo! So yeah, we'll start with a few. This past week. What a week we've had. Huh?
I know. You and I, actually, this is the first time we've seen each other all week, which is unusual.
I know. Yeah.
Very unusual. I mean, all the events, you and I both had 3 events this week, right?
3 big events. I started at Startup Boston on Monday. Shout out to Stephanie Rulick. You're awesome. She runs Startup Boston. We were showcasing Mass Professional Networking and
Nice.
AMA Boston there. And our buddy Michael here from the Framingham State Innovation Center was there. We're doing some great things here in the Innovation Center.
Right.
Yeah, so that was there.
Really excited
Venture
about
Cafe was there. Boston New Technology, a couple of my friends. Great event in the seaport of Boston. And then I had my event at Bossy, the pickleball place, on Wednesday. And then last night, AMA Boston was at this company called Matter Communications in Boston. We had Michael Phelan doing a B2B marketing presentation. It was awesome. And Brandy Carlisle was playing at the Garden, so I ran into a few fans, started singing The Story to everybody, one of her famous songs. And it was good. Good week.
Very
How are you?
exciting. Yeah, I had an exciting week. We had an event over in Natick at Riverbend School, which was a really cool facility. It's a Montessori school, and it's a place where you can actually rent rooms. So it's a potential location for a future Market Like a Hotshot Live, which reminds me, I don't know if we announced the full details of it last time.
April 8th, right?
April 8th, 6 to 8, we are at Kaipi in Framingham. It's
Sports
official.
bar.
Yeah, it's a sports bar.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool. They have LEDs all over the place. I was talking with the owner on Wednesday, as well as a few of the other people that work there. They are thrilled to have us there. And the area is huge. So, we had a little bit of a space issue the last 2 times that we've had it downstairs. This time, space will not be a problem. So
Cool.
I'm really excited
we'll
about
just
that.
look for details for that. That'll be coming
Yeah.
up.
You'll start
very
seeing
soon.
a save the date, and then the registration will be up probably by the beginning of March.
There'll be more neon that night than there is behind us here with all the Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Let's thank our producers. Virginia, Reagan, do you two want to just come over and say hi?
Yes, as
for all
always.
the wonderful stuff here. We'll move over so you can kind of fit in on screen.
You notice that,
we're on theme.
you notice that she had
Yeah.
Virginia here has red
She's
on.
got pink.
Yeah, so they know they're
Yeah.
good to their loves, their boyfriends, right, and all
I
that.
love my boyfriend. Shout out to Mauru.
That's awesome, awesome
Right.
stuff. So we're ready to rock, man. We're
Yeah.
ready to go. So one last thing before we get going with today's topic. How about that spring challenge update, Mr. Feudo?
Oh, my goodness. This was, I know, these two have been all day. They're like,
I still
all
haven't-
right, did you wait? Yeah, so.
I haven't seen you at the gym yet, my
I know,
friend.
and I have a funny story to share, is
Okay.
that, so right after we recorded the episode, I went home and I realized my analog scale
Yeah.
broke, and I'm like, crap. So I have a digital one now that replaced it. I got on the digital one. I was 1.5 pounds heavier than my analog said I was.
Yeah, see? Your digital one tells
Yeah.
the truth.
So now it's like I don't have to lose 20 pounds. I actually had to lose 21.5 pounds.
So, and even when it comes to attention, your personal goals need the attention. So
They really do, and it's like,
you gotta,
yeah.
you're going up a pound. You're supposed to be going down a pound.
I know. Well,
Need more attention there.
it turned out that my scale was wrong. So,
all right, you blame
but
the
the
scale.
good news, you want to know what I did weigh in at last night?
What's that?
217.
Very good. That's 4 pounds less, right?
Right.
So that's good attention. Now you're giving
Yeah.
your body some attention.
But
right?
it's also, that's something we just released a goal setting course over on marketlikeahotshot.com.
Learn like a hotshot.
Yeah, learn like a hotshot.
Yeah.
And one thing about goals is that sometimes you need that kick in the rear end by making them public and keeping yourself accountable. So that's why we're doing this, and it's a fun thing that we can do.
Yeah.
Those of you that are following along, even if you're a few episodes behind us or ahead of us or whatever, come up with a goal and, see what you can accomplish in 2 months.
And make sure you have attention to it, just like a
It
great
definitely
marketer.
needs attention.
So why does attention matter? Let's kick this baby off.
Yeah. So why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Well, a couple of things. So it's the number one commodity in modern business
It
is
is.
attention. That's what everybody's vying for, whether it's on social media, networking events. I mean, you see it. How often you go on LinkedIn, you see all these videos of people, and they're just kind of like, "Hey, I got this great idea for you," or
Yeah.
too
many of those.
There are way too many, and I ignore them all the time.
Yeah. That person needs to have blue hair. They'll get attention.
That's true.
That's why I love artsy people, because and musicians, because a musician that stands out doesn't look like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Attention, great marketer, right? A lot of you think about we talk about music in the past, but some of the best musicians in the world are not great at their instruments, but man, they get attention how they look,
Right.
which is great.
I mean, we joke about how when you and I did Master of Puppets at karaoke night, it was like us and all these people that are like The Voice or American Idol quality singers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we're bad singers, but
Not bad.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty
we're
bad.
not that bad. But like we're performers, and I think that's what helped us get attention. But it's funny with the music; it's like makes me think of the saying that without attention, nothing else matters. One of my favorite Metallica songs.
Metallica, very slow song. So, and that's essentially just to kick off the attention. Attention's the spark, not the fire, right?
Right.
It's the way to kick it into gear. It's not probably won't close the deal, but it's gonna get that right. It's not gonna be the conversion. You're not gonna convert a lead.
Yeah.
Initially, and you don't think about the marketing life cycle, right? Something has to you have to get somebody's attention for that to become an MQL, market qualified lead that's going
Right.
to eventually get converted. So realize that. And social media is where the attention starts. That's your first
Yeah,
kind of your
absolutely.
first game there. Fast, loud, and competitive, kind of like a Metallica song.
True. Fuel. I'm thinking of the beginning of Fuel.
Oh man, you got to go back more. Metallica, Am I Evil, Master of Puppets.
My
Come
favorite, my two favorite Metallica albums are Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. Those two are the best.
on. So Megadeth, which is like Metallica, just came out with a new album, hit number
Oh, that's
one,
right. Yeah.
and they did a remake of Ride the Lightning on
They
that
did?
on that album. Yes.
It's funny because didn't Dave Mustaine was the lead guitarist for them at the time.
At the
It was
time.
Before Kurt.
So
Fine.
so basically, you earn attention by pattern interruptions. You want to interrupt people.
Right.
Because get their attention, right? Emotion sells, right? That's where it gets in relevance. You want to be relevant. You want to know what the heck you're talking about, and
True.
and consistency is the last of it. Being consistent, constantly striving for people's attention. Because if you lose people's attention, it's like music.
Right.
Somebody could be hot as heck, and then what happened to them? They went away.
Yeah.
Right, and I love that's why I'm bringing up music again, because music and marketing kind of go hand in hand, right?
Yeah, I mean, to quote Rock of Ages, right, the beginning of it, it's better
Yeah.
to burn out than
Than
fade,
fade
away,
away.
because so many people fade away.
Is that and
With
you don't
it.
want to be there? So attention like a hot shot.
Right.
What's some other angles like in the
So, like-
website world?
Yeah, I mean, like the websites are really where attention converts. So, you want it to be a little slower, a little bit more stable, and it has to be more controlled. So it's your approach to get attention and keep attention on a website is quite different from social media.
Yeah.
And the way you do that is you have that clear messaging. That's one of the first things that you have to have on there. You need that strong structure so people can follow it. And then, easy navigation so people can figure out where they need to go and take that action that you want them to take. And then trust signals. Do you have testimonials? Do you have reviews? Do you have white papers, case studies? Like what
Yeah.
is your, what do you have that proves to people that you're trustworthy and good. So
Yeah.
this is all about what gets attention, and it's not necessarily the flashy stuff that like, hey, we're here. In fact,
Yeah.
on a website, that's actually not what we recommend.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you
I
see.
hate the flash. When
Yeah.
you start doing that on web, you're
Yeah.
losing people's attention. They don't want to see a freaking lightning storm on their website.
I know. It's like you load up a website and then you see like some person's head move like back and forth,
Yeah.
and then, you know, and it's like, all right.
You're losing people's
yeah,
attention. at that
you
point.
definitely are.
So we talked about this in the past episode, the billboard on the highway mistake.
I felt like a broken, well, like these guys know what a record is sometimes when we talk about this, but have you guys heard the term broken record?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like how the save icon is like a floppy disk, and most people today have never seen a floppy disk.
You know what a floppy disk is?
No.
See?
I
Exactly.
know what it is, but I mean, I know what it looks like.
You know
Okay.
what it looks like. It's
Yeah.
a square, right?
But it's like, yeah, I mean, this is one of those things that I always like to talk about, which is that a lot of people's approaches, you know, using social media and their website is that you go to their website and they're like, hey, check out our Facebook page, check out our YouTube channel, check out our Instagram, check out this.
That's backwards.
Yeah, and it's backwards. It's like, why would you want to do things that way?
Yeah, it's the other way around. Like
Yeah.
your initial attention is social media, or not even a bill. Let's lose the billboard thing.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
they're honestly useless. Unless,
Exactly, yeah, I mean-
unless I'm on the highway, right, and I can go put my phone to like a QR code on a billboard and then get in an accident. What good's that?
No, I know. I mean, like, the only useful ones are like, you know, McDonald's next stop or whatever in case you need to use the bathroom or you're.
So
craving a-
here's just talk about billboards a little bit. So I'm driving down to Florida next week,
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be fun.
And when you hit like the Carolinas and South, all you see is billboards all the way to Florida.
Wow.
Right, you see Buc-ee's. You know, have you ever heard of Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Buc-ee's. Then you have all these church-going sayings, which is wild.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but it's billboard. It gets people's attention, but then, like some one-hit wonder musicians, the attention goes away probably
Right.
2 more miles down the road. So that's why billboards don't really work. Why does it kill? That's why it kills conversions. You know, billboards. There's no conversions there. You may confuse a customer.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, to use the analogy, what they do is it's like, yeah, they tell people to go from their website out to their social media account when they convert them on their website. They don't convert
that's
them
the
on
CTA.
social media. Yeah.
CTA is on your website.
Yeah, and like you just kind of go against it. So like, the way to fix it is that you want it to be social website action. That's the way you
That's
want
the
it to
attention.
be. You never want it to be website to social. In fact, sometimes we don't even put social links on the websites anymore. Like we have clients that they're like, yeah, we have social media, but we want people to just stay on our website.
That's home, right?
Yeah.
That's actually home, right? So going into another topic we went over in the past episode about renting versus owning, right?
Yeah, this is critical.
Social media is your rented space. You can get evicted anytime versus owned attention, which is your website. Algorithms control the visibility. We see this on LinkedIn all the time, where all of a sudden, man, nobody's seeing my posts anymore.
Right.
I almost want to cry. Nobody's looking at my posts anymore.
I know. Well, that's why I always try and like them when they come up
I
on
know.
my feed.
I put my heart and soul in it.
Yeah.
People do that to try to get attention on social media. Because you don't own anything. That's the thing.
That's the
you
problem.
don't control anything on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere, right? So how about websites?
Well, the nice thing about websites is that you actually do own the attention you get there. The website is yours. You have full control over it. And you control the experience. You control the data. You control the way the website flows. You control that entire relationship between your visitor and you. And then you can add into that email lists, SEO, content libraries, and other long-term assets that you can put in there. Blogs, article sections, white papers, studies, all of that stuff. Tools. There's so many different things you can put on your website that you own. And it's like once you get the person there, you don't have Meta, Google, Microsoft, TikTok, whoever owns, X, yeah, you don't have those people dictating how things work there. You don't get banned from your own website. I mean, Sure, you can do something that violates your terms with your web hosting company, but that is so rare.
Yeah.
Versus how many times do we hear about people that get banned or their account gets hacked?
Oh, I got hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all get hacked. And then kind of going from rented to owned to SaaS versus WordPress. Why do you have to always compare it to WordPress?
Well, WordPress is one that, WordPress, Drupal, like those are two platforms that we recommend. WordPress is the one that we recommend for most websites. If you have something really, really intense, then Drupal is a better fit for it. But those platforms are all out there. You compare it with the SaaS ones, your Wix, your Squarespace, Shopify. You're renting your website because you can't get up and move that platform very easily. In fact,
you can't.
A good friend of ours, I was talking to him on Wednesday, and he's like, I need to add ADA compliance to my, I think it was Squarespace website.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I said there might be some tools available. I'm like, in WordPress, there's a plugin that does that, we could set it up in like 3 seconds. And then he's like, we had this long conversation.
You get so confused.
Yeah, but we had a conversation about it because that's the thing. Like with WordPress, if you don't like your web designer, you don't like your web host, you can pick up your WordPress site and move it. It's pretty straightforward to do.
You can fire your hosting provider.
You can fire your hosting provider. You can fire your web designer. But if you're on Wix, Squarespace, or Shopify, you don't have that luxury. So that goes back to your renting. The nice thing is that it's easier for you to start. It does have limited control, which is both good and bad.
Okay.
Because the limited control makes it easier for you to do things, but it also makes it more difficult for you to mess things up.
All right, so let me ask you a question. So how much is WordPress paying you right now to say all this stuff? You're trying to get their attention.
Right.
So, so that's good. So then let's go over the attention funnel. So this is almost like a recap of some of our older episodes.
Yeah,
today,
it's a good...
Which is good because at the end of the day, this all ties together, right? And marketing is all about attention.
Yeah.
You have a lot of these tools that allow you to get that attention. So let's go over the stuff. The 4 stages of the attention funnel?
Right.
I'm gonna say you do the first 2. I'll do the last 2. How's that?
Well, the first 2 we'll start off with is awareness. So people need to be aware that your brand is
Get their
out there.
attention.
Exactly.
Well, we'll get Reagan's attention when she sees my lousy dancing, right? I got her attention, though, right?
Right, and
you want to get somebody's attention
because
first.
Reagan is actually a professional dancer.
Oh, gee, then she really would make fun of my dancing.
So like that's why the interest, which is number 2.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, someone's doing something about dancing. Perfect example.
Exactly. So awareness and interest are big. And then, you know what? Eventually, so trust you, right?
Yeah.
Trust. Because they already have interest in you. They learn about you. They'll trust you. And guess what they'll do last? Action, man.
Take the action that you want them to take.
Take the action. So it's all about awareness, interest, trust, and action. Unfortunately, most businesses care about number 1, and then they go away.
Yeah.
Awareness. Why is that?
That's the easiest thing, I think, for people to conceptualize. So that's why I think a lot of businesses just they focus on the brand awareness, they advertise, but then they don't know what to do once they get the name out. You can hand out cards, hand out flyers. We see a lot of this aggressive marketing when we go to places, but then what?
I know. I think sometimes companies or people are afraid of the next step.
True.
Right? They're great, awesome at content. They're awesome at marketing, getting people's attention. So to have attention is the first part of the phase, like we've talked about, right? Awareness. But attention with a funnel equals revenue. So you want to follow the full funnel of the 4 steps: awareness, interest, trust, and then action to be able to get revenue. Because why are you in business today at JVF Solutions?
To make money.
You got it. I don't think there's anyone out there that wants to get people's attention and not have it convert to something.
Yeah.
Right? So, good stuff. Well, we're rapid firing today, aren't we?
Yeah, we're actually cranking through this episode pretty quickly.
We're getting people's attention. Nobody's falling asleep. I haven't any snores over here from Victoria and Rachel over here. Oh wait, sorry, it's
Virginia.
Reagan and Virginia. They're not sleeping.
I knew you were going to say Victoria.
Maybe we should add our names as producers in the time card.
Yeah,
We-
Rachel.
I feel like the audience is gonna get confused
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, they'll
We
get
have
confused.
we have Victoria and Rachel here. No, just kidding.
New name. Your new name is officially Rachel.
You know,
Reagan.
like I joke, we should have the Market Like a Hotshot drinking game every time we say Victoria.
I'll
We
drink my
get Virginia's name wrong.
It's tea. I'll be having a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I only drink tea and water these days. But
So rapid fire, attention's earned, not given.
True.
Why is that?
because it's something that people don't just allow you to take from them. It's like you have to actually work at it. You don't just, a lot of times people just assume you can waltz into somewhere and grab all this attention, and when you do,
Yeah.
you get ignored. And that's what we see on social. We see it everywhere where people are trying to grab attention. It's just, you've got to earn, just like respect. You have to earn it. You can't just waltz in and expect it to happen. People need to know who you are and why you deserve their attention.
Exactly. And then you have social media. There's so you see it so much times on especially Instagram, where you'll see some hot chick, right, with a nice car. She's trying to get people's attention,
Yeah.
and she's selling something, right? Not to bring that up, but that's something that you always see on social media. Social media is all about attention.
It
You
is.
want to get people's attention anyways, but then you got to have a good follow-up.
Yeah, you've got to have a reason for them to, you get the attention, then it goes to our funnel. How do you make it interesting so people will be like, all right, I want to learn the next step?
Which is to go to your website.
Yeah.
And convert them, right? So you don't want to send people backwards. Imagine we've talked about this, backwards, website to social media.
Yeah.
You want to own your own digital presence, and that's important too. And then last but not least,
You want to build systems that respect the attention that you earn.
no doubt.
That's a good way to put it too, I think, is that, your systems really need to work in conjunction with whatever your plan is to get people through that funnel.
So I think what the people out there, the small business owners, well, going back to the 4 phases of the attention funnel and going through that with somebody, an expert, and go through and build a system. Because once you got a system, it's going to flow.
Yeah.
If you're haphazard, shoot from the hip, it's not going to flow.
It's true. I mean, and we'll probably do separate episodes on some of these components, but if you think about, you have your social media or your pay-per-click, and those things funnel over to your website where you have a landing page. Your landing page may or may not have a lead magnet on there, but it has something to either take action or capture the lead. And then, on that page, you have your trust, you have that, that incentive for people to take action. So you need that's just an example, just in case the Hotshots want one, to show them how, that building a system would work for them.
Exactly. Draw it up in a white. I love whiteboards.
Yeah.
Get yourself a white. Don't do this at home. Don't do any magic markers on your walls. Buy yourself a whiteboard. Try some things out. Draw a nice flow chart. I sound like a programmer, huh?
Yeah.
Draw your flow chart and all that. So cool, man. That's a good topic. I like it. Attention.
It is. It's
Attention, please. Right.
Your attention, please.
So I want to get everyone's attention here to say, like, follow, share us, drop a comment. It helps us a lot because we want to hear from you out there and what your thoughts about today's topic and kind of what you like to see afterward. Because as you probably see, we're on episode 37 right now. We're building on some past episodes, right? Marketing is such a wide topic. We could probably have thousands of episodes at the end, right? Pretty soon we'll be having some guests here too, so we'll have to do that.
Yeah, we're 3 months away at most. Another
this summer, man.
12 more episodes.
Maybe I'll wear red by then. Victoria will give me a hard time. I mean, Virginia, whatever your name is. So
we're gonna have to get her a name.
So what we're gonna come out with? Some Market Like a Hotshot red T-shirts. What do you think?
That would actually be cool.
Yeah, we gotta talk to our merch person.
Yeah.
Marketlikeahotshot.com. You can get some merch, right?
Right.
And share the episode with some business owners, especially from Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and all. It'll be really rock and roll. I'll tell you, it's rock and roll, and I love rock and roll. So that is good stuff to go. So,
yeah, good episode. There's a lot of good info in here.
All right, marketlikeahotshot.com. Jeff DeSocio.
James Futo.